Hi, my name is Gina Williams James, and I'm going to be talking to you about developing a social emotional literacy. The purpose of the presentation is to show you some easy strategies to implement social emotional learning into your classroom. The foundation for effective social emotional learning program is safety, connection, and responsible problem solving. When you have social emotional balance, this is where learning can begin. These practices they'll last a lifetime. I'm going to show you research-based practices and how you can change the climate of your classroom. So the social emotional development is measured by the Castle's 5 competencies. So self-awareness, social awareness, self-management, relationship skills, and responsible problem solving. When we can put all of these things together, our children are going to excel. When we have social emotional learning, when you have social emotional on this side and you have your academic learning here, when these things come together, they meet in the middle and we have a perfect balance. When you have social emotional that's way down here as a deficit, you have to come so much farther with those academics to get them to come across. So this is going to help you in your classroom, and it's going to help your kids more academically too. So the first one is self-awareness, knowing your feelings. The first thing you have to do is connect with your students, build that rapport, model positive behavior. And these are things that don't take any time in your classroom, things you're probably doing already. So in conscious discipline, they have a language that they teach. And we teach this explicitly to the children, and we do it by modeling from example. So when something's happening in the classroom, you can be like, I saw your face. It was like this. You're feeling mad. You can ask for help, or you can ask for the toy. And on the same thing, I saw your face. It went like, oh, you were feeling surprised. You can say you're excited or you want to play with your friends. We model all of these behaviors to help them realize what they're actually feeling, give them a language and a voice to those feelings. The next one you want to work on is self-management. So this has to do with self-regulating. The number one thing I teach day one in my classroom is star breathing. So that's when you take a deep breath, you smell the flower, and you blow the pinwheel. And we take 3 of these deep belly breaths. This is the number one thing you can help to teach your kids. It helps you calm down. It helps them calm down. They can use it to model to their friends. When they see someone take that breath, instinctively, they're going to make the other person breathe too. So you're modeling that behavior to them, they're modeling it back to you, and everyone is regulating and calming down. That is the most important step to getting everything working smoothly, is helping them find that self-regulating strategy. The next one I have is a self-regulating cube. It's a little dice that they roll, and it gives them good choices. They can draw or go get a drink of water, go sit in a safe place. They can do their breathing. They can ask for a massage. It gives them 2 positive choices. So it takes away the need for them to have to think and remember when they're in that lower executive state and they can't think of good choices. That's something just to always have on hand that they can use as a tool. I even send them home with students so that they have something that's right there and visual for them to help regulate and manage their emotions. I keep a safe place in the classroom. They know that they can go and take a break. They can go breathe. They can have a quiet moment. And I offer plenty of brain breaks throughout the classroom day too. So that way I know everyone is getting to that regulated, calm, alert state, and they're ready to learn and move on. Now, social awareness is another thing that you need to teach and show in your room, and that's practicing empathy. So you can teach that through direct instruction, but we like to model these things and have things in our classroom. We have a kindness tree. So every time someone's kind to someone or does something really nice or is helpful, we reward that, we celebrate that, we put a little heart on our kindness tree so that they have another visual, so that way they're noticing and they're following by example. We have a wish well board in our classroom. When somebody is absent, we put them in our wish well. If someone's having a hard time, or we had a kid's mom the other day who was in the hospital getting surgery. So we put her on the board and we put our hands on our heart and we think positive thoughts and we put those wish wells right out into the world. It gives the kids something tangible, something to control when they don't know how to control their emotions, so this way they can express them and show them and they feel like they're doing something. We do things in our classroom like the time machine so that they can talk about their feelings when something went wrong on the playground. And like I said, it's just as important to celebrate those birthdays and celebration rituals and have celebration for everything in the classroom, to model those things that are good and kind and happy, those things that we want to work hard and achieve together. That brings us to another one, which is relationship skills. And that's about emotions and learning. It's important to have that connection and unity in your classroom. You have to build trust and a positive school family. So we do that every morning just by starting our morning greeting. I hold up a sign and the kids come in and they pick one. If they want to have a cow greeting and they turn their hands over like a cow, their udders, and we say, good morning. But it's all about eye contact and connecting with your students, kind of seeing where they're at for the day. We can bump elbows, high fives, just smile. We have ones that have no touch, some that have touch. Oh, it's a way to connect and unite and build those relationships in our school family. We also keep a safe keeper box. It's right at the door when they come in. When they're ready, they go and pick a seashell, and I put my seashell in first. It's my job to keep it safe. They always respond, and it's their job to keep it safe. And through classroom discussions and things like that, you have conversations on what safety means. It doesn't just mean fixing a boo-boo or an owie. It's about your mental safety, your physical safety, all kinds of things, making sure you feel good, making sure you had enough to eat, making sure, that all your needs are met and that you're communicating with your friends, you have good relationships, and you're going to have a great school day. But that safekeeper is a reminder and a commitment from them every day that we're in this together. We're a school family and we're all doing this together. Another great thing is just having family boards. They bring in pictures of their families and pets, so when they miss them, they have something to look back to, or they can share with their friends, and this is my sister and my brother, and this is my new dog, and it helps bring that home connection to the school so that we can all feel together. We do songs and chants all day long for our brain breaks, our morning starts, all of those things. But it's things that you're doing all together at the same time. And you might have kids who have a little resistance when they first come in. They're not feeling that trust yet and they're, not feeling comfortable, but we build that together as a family. And that's where that unity and connection comes in and building that trust. And they have to see your engagement too. So I am up there dancing and singing and participating in all these things with them. We have a good time and we're doing it together. And just those simple little steps can put all these things together and make them have that connection, that unity, that safety at school. And like I said, once we have that safety and connection, then our learning can begin. Then our problem solving and things of that can all come together because we are creating a safe environment where they can go to this higher executive state and actually make those decisions. So responsible problem solving is developing those executive functioning skills. So the first thing that I do every morning when they come in is this M1M. It's 5 minutes out of your schedule, and let me tell you, it is so worth it. We do exercise for like 2.5 minutes and then mindfulness for 2.5 minutes. It gets my kids in this alert, calm state, and everybody is ready to go. It puts us all on the same page so we don't have someone who's straggling behind or someone's feeling tired, or it just puts us all in the same place. We have Brain Start Smarts. We do these every time we come in from a transition. I love Jack Hartman. He crosses over the midline. He gets both sides of your brain working at the same time. We do all kinds of songs, dances, games, things that we're doing at the same time, to unite and connect. It also disengages stress. And when we disengage stress, we can get to that higher brain state, that executive functioning. And that's where learning really begins. So also for responsible problem solving, we have social skills lessons. And those I teach in direct instruction. They have explicit instruction exactly on different scenarios that come up. This week, we're actually working on humor versus insult. We're pulling up different examples, talking about things that have happened on the playground so that everybody understands perspective taking and what's going on with each other. We have lots of different social skills and activities for size of the problem and all different kinds of things that you come across during the year or that you're front loading before the problem happens, so that they're able to make those responsible problem solving skills on their own. This is an example of my conscious discipline shelf at school. You can see my kindness tree is up there. The glass box is my safekeeper box where we put our seashells into. My morning greeting card is up there. You can see the little hula hoop on there, all different ways to be greeted in the morning. My flower and my pinwheel, that is so we can smell the flower and blow the pinwheel. I like to have a lot of visuals, so this way you can prompt them when they're in that non-regulated state and they're struggling. They have all kinds of tools that they can just see and go, oh yeah, I need to take a breath. So my second shelf has the self-regulating cubes and also some spinning wheels and lots of different fun choices that can help them calm down and regulate. The sunglasses are so you can see the best in other people. Sometimes you're having a hard time with perspective taking. We use all kinds of little tools there. I have some brain gym activities and different ways to regulate our body. There's a little board of there's the clacker for your heart, so you can show if your heart is racing or your heart's feeling a little slow. There's another wish well board down there. All kinds of different little visuals. They need those visuals and those little reminders. So in conclusion, an ounce of prevention takes less time than an acting out child or having to repeat these lessons. With these tools in their tool belt, not only will the kids get to a higher executive brain state and they're ready to learn, but I hope you will feel calm and empowered to create your own SEL classroom. I wish you well.